We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle.
Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now. Check right. Check left.
They'll start with Davis Price on the ground.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here's Lance.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Walker now at 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Here we go. Back.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Tackled on the play by Tariq Castro Fields.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
To throw, it's Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Second down, here's Davis Price.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Davis Price once more. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers have got it back to within a score.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're riding a two-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Seahawks sit 9-4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw into the hands of Fant.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end.
After 1, 17-7 the score on EA Sports.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just... Lance throws the interception, his third.
Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 23.
75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
going right back to Walker.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. They'll roll him out right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Penny. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Myers' kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play action. Ryan. He's got his tight end fan.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Again, it's Walker, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down, it's Walker.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Ryan.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the line.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Lance now on first down. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Right, 97.
Again, it's Lance.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 16-point deficit. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Ryan. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, a give to Penny. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Penny. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well, so where's the line?
And my goodness, another interception.
Tanner Muse with it.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Penny up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Ryan. buying time to his left. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Rolling to his left.
Finding Gray going across the field.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. Lance going to try to throw for this.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Penny, a 1st down carry
to about the 48-yard line.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, here's Penny.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Over the middle, complete. That's Mitchell. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first. Now Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lance looks to throw again.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time here. Lance.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Lance looking to throw it. Drops this underneath for Davis Price. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now Lance again.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this.
And he hit, and the ball is jarred free. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly, and you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses. You want the offense to take care of the ball.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 3rd down, here's Davis Price.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
On 2nd and goal, Lance. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Quadre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, it's a 10th win of the year now as they